Good morning, Malay Nayak, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good
So we
morning.
will start, sir, within 5 to 6 minutes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
You guys make me wake up
Yes, sir. Sorry for that, sir. Actually,
5 o'clock. If
5 o'clock is in
or
the
5:30. No, it's in 5:30, 5:39 now. I woke up 5 o'clock. I wasn't fresh. It's okay. Only morning walk.
sir. We will wait for another 5 minutes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, Naik sir. Please unmute, sir.
Good morning. Good morning, Rohit.
Good morning, sir. Malay Naik sir is joined with us.
Malay. Any more?
Not yet, sir.
Morning, sir. Good
Morning. Morning, Malay. How are you?
morning, sir. Yeah, I'm fine. There's a morning walk. Walk up 5 o'clock.
Now 5 o'clock in morning walk.
No,
Okay,
no.
very
Now,
good. Now
now
in
it's
India,
5:45. No,
that is
now it's
also in
5:45.
northern part of the country, that is also very good severe cold also.
No,
It
I
may not
woke
be
up at
like
5
your
o'clock.
place,
It's now
but we.
5:45.
Yeah, Mittal sir.
Mittal sir has joined. Good morning, Mittal sir. Good morning. Professor Naik. Good morning, sir.
Sir, please unmute. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Mittal sir, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Good morning.
Good morning. Very good. So
I
nice.
am audible. I am audible.
Yes, you are completely
You are
audible.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, Moninder sir. Sir, please unmute.
Mahinder, yes. Good morning, Mahinder.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Very good. Welcome.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
So let us have an introduction with the Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, Mittal, sir. Dr.
Yes,
R.K.
sir.
Mittal is there, the Honorable Vice Chancellor of the Chaudhary Bansi Lal University of the Hisar, Haryana, who is the chief guest of the today's virtual conference. So Mittal, sir, Dr. Malay Naik is from London, IT Buzz Limited. He is the Executive Director of IT Buzz Limited. Malay.
Hello, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Malay. Your face is not visible.
To everyone.
Make your
Okay.
camera on.
All right. I'll put the camera on. It's okay.
With this,
Good morning,
now.
Subramanian sir. Subramanian sir is also joined, sir.
Good morning, sir. Very good morning.
Dr. M. Subramaniam Jain. Good
Yes, sir.
morning.
Good morning, sir. I'm Subramanian here.
Very good. They all have joined. And I am
Yes, sir.
again
So
seeing
we can-
that Mr. Jogesh Tiwari from Nashik is also there. He found. Jogesh ji, good morning. So, and many more people from outside, Senthil Kumar from Kanchipuram and all these things. So, Rohit, everybody has joined, na?
yes, sir. Still, Saini sir is not joined.
No, Saini
Just
Sahib
couple
will be
of-
joining in late. That is why his presidential address has been kept in late, because he
Yes, sir.
is now engaged in another conference where the paper presentation is going on. Okay.
Shall we start, sir?
Now we can start. Let me again make the introduction of all the speaker with Mittal sir. And Mr. Deshmukh has joined from Aurangabad?
No, sir. Not yet, sir.
Not yet. Okay. Senthil Kumar?
No, Senthil sir is also not joined, sir. Yes,
They will be joining, no problem.
sir.
Mittal sir, today the speakers are Dr. Mahinder Singh from Central University, Himachal Pradesh.
Right, sir.
So he is the Dean of the Commerce and Management. And Dr. M. Subramaniam from Madurai, Tamil Nadu. He is the head of the management programs of the RL University, RL Institute of Managed Business Studies, Madurai and Tamil Nadu. And Dr. Malay Naik, who is the executive director of the IT Buzz Limited, as well as a fellow of the Royal British Society and fellow of the British Computer Society. And Mittal sir is the chief guest of the today's occasion, who will be delivering the inaugural address. And very good morning to all of you. And
Good morning.
Yeah. So thank you, sir. So we can start the session now, sir.
Mittal sir, yes. Yes.
So once again, very good morning, warm good morning to all respected dignitaries, guests, and all dear participants. My name is Professor Rohit from IIBM Patna. I welcome you all in this today's one-day international virtual conference on emerging demands of financial planning for the growth of business and industry. So we will proceed towards our first session, that is the opening address. And for that, I like to welcome Professor Dr. A.K. Naik, sir. Professor Dr. A.K. Naik is the immediate past president and chairman, Academics and Awards Committee, Computer Society of India. He is the director of Indian Institute of Business Management, is having more than 36 years of experience in teaching, training, research, and administration in the field of computer science, information technology, management. The former ICT president of ICT sections of Indian Science Congress Association and former chairman of Indian Society for Technical Education, Bihar Jharkhand section. Professor Naik is the fellow of Computer Society of India, International Society for Research and Development, UK, United Writers Association, National Association of Computer Educators and Trainers and Management Study and Promotional Institute, New Delhi. Professor Naik is associated with the academic programs of more than 40 universities, represented as an expert member in several bodies of Government of India, state governments, authored 162 papers, 12 books, edited 9 proceedings, and of national and international conferences. He has received many national as well as international awards, and his biography is already published in 7 international directories. Professor Naik has worked as an expert member of CEDTI, Government of India, reviewer DST projects, Government of India, member Board of Director DNS Institute of Cooperative Management, Government of India, regional moderator NELET, Government of India, expert member Banking Services Recruitment Board, Bihar Public Service Commission, Bihar State Technical Education Board, Bihar State Secondary Education Board, and many more. At present, Professor Naik is the member of Board of Studies of Computer Sciences and IT, AICTE, Government of India, and member of Bureau of Indian Standard, Government of India. Professor Naik has visited abroad in many assignments, including participation in SEAARC Executive Council meeting at Colombo and General Assembly of International Federation of Information Proceedings, IFIP, situated in Austria, Vienna. He has received several national and international awards, including Dr. Abdul Kalam Gold Medal Award and 2 Lifetime Achievement Awards in 4 months. Professor Naik also worked as a president, vice president, honorary secretary, division chair, chairman nomination committee, member committee, conference committee, internal audit committee, election committee, chapter bylaws committee, SIG committee of CSI, that is Computer Society of India. He has also worked as an honorary secretary of Indian Society for Technical Education, Bihar Jharkhand section for 2 recorded terms. ICT section of Indian Science Congress Association. Apart from chapter chairman of Indian Society for Training and Development, he had been the Director General of National Association of Computer Educators and Trainers, member to Technical Committee of International Federation of International Proceedings, IFIP Vienna, Austria. At present, Professor Naik is the life member of 22 professional and technical societies. So with all these words, I like to welcome Professor Dr. A.K. Naik for opening address.
Thank you very much, Rohit, for giving an excellent introduction. Very good morning to all of you, and welcome everybody to this one-day national virtual conference on a very vital and important theme, emerging demands of financial planning for the growth of business and industry. Most respected, honorable, the learned Vice Chancellor of Chaudhary Bansi Lal University, Hisar, Haryana, Dr. R.K. Mittal Sahib, the chief guest of the today's National Virtual Conference, and will be delivering the inaugural address on this auspicious occasion. Beloved and respected dignitaries, particularly the keynote speakers, Dr. Bhupinder Singh, Dr. Mahinder Singh, the Dean of the Commerce and Management of the Central University, Himachal Pradesh, the invited speaker of the today's one-day national virtual conference, Dr. M. Subramaniam the head of the management program of the RL Institute of Business Studies and the Institute of National Excellence, and situated at Madurai of Tamil Nadu. The Honorable Foreign Speaker on this occasion, Dr. Malay Naik, the vibrant and dynamic Executive Director of IT Buzz Limited, London, as well as a recipient of the Fellowship of Royal British Society, as well as the British Computer Society. The President of this one-day national conference, my beloved younger brother, and the Vice President of the Computer Society of India, and Dean of the Business Studies of Guru Gobind Singh in Indraprastha University, New Delhi, Professor Mr. Jogesh Tiwari ji, Dr. Senthil Kumar from Kanchipuram, perhaps Dr. Ratnadeep Deshmukh has joined from the Aurangabad, Baba Sahib Ambedkar Marathawada University, and many dignitaries joined from different parts of the country and abroad, particularly the Sumanta from the Royal University of Royal University of Bhutan, and professors from the Tribhuvan University of Nepal, and other young professors of the different universities and institutions, and the industry professionals, invitees, guests, and dearest and nearest student participants who have been connected with this one-day virtual national conference on a very vital theme, the emerging demands of the financial planning for the growth of business and industry. Very good morning to all of you, and the hearty welcome to each of you. First of all, I must have to express my sense of gratitude and billions of thankfulness for the gracious presence of the Honorable Vice Chancellor of Chaudhary Bansi Lal University, Bhiwani, Haryana, an eminent educationist and an educationist of the international stature in the field of economics and management studies, Dr. R.K. Mittal Sahib, who had been kind enough for providing his consent as well as for his gracious presence today on this auspicious occasion of the virtual conference to inaugurate this virtual conference by delivering his inaugural speech. Sir, on behalf of the Managing Committee of the Indian Institute of Business Management and Dr. Zakir Hussain Group of Institutions, and on behalf of the faculty members and students of these two institutions, we express our sincere gratitude for your gracious presence here and to inaugurate this auspicious virtual national conference. In the same time, it is my proud privilege to mention Dr. R.K. Mittal is not only a man of stature and a very renowned economist and the management expert, not only in the national stature but in the international stature. Apart from that, a very able administrator, a very able thinker and planner, and a noted institution builder. He had always took the challenges in building the institution and having the vast experience, getting associated with the many of the national and international reputed universities and institutions like Kurukshetra University, like Guru Gobind Singh Indraprastha University, like Jambheswar University of Science and Technology, and had been the founder vice chancellor of one of the largest university in the northern India, Mahavir Tirthankar University, and which is situated at Moradabad. It is always a person who is ready to take the challenge and making the development of the institution and with the skill, level of excellence, and made it prominent not only in the recognition in the national forum but in the international forum. Apart from that, he had worked as the dean, as the head of the department, and having the long experience in many of the academic administration as well as the management. I will once again express my sincere gratitude on behalf of the group of institution, IABM and Dr. Zakir Hussain Institute, for his gracious and kind presence here. Sir, I must have to inform on this occasion, this Indian Institute of Business Management, along with its sister concern, Dr. Zakir Hussain Institute, this group of institution is one of the oldest group in the eastern part of the country, got established in the year 1979, and today having the 42 years of the establishment. And since last 42 years of its journey, we have created a lot of excellence in the management and IT and hotel hospitality industry educations, and have been credited as the 18th oldest management institute in the country, got established in the year 1979, and the second oldest institution for imparting the computer and IT education in the eastern part of the country in the year 1980, and the first institution in the country under the private sector to announce the hotel and hospitality management education in the year 1980. And as a whole, the fifth oldest institution in the country after the establishment of the 4 hotel management institution by the government of India, that is at New Delhi, Chennai, Kolkata and Mumbai. So the institution has produced more than 1 lakh number of alumni so far, and students have been placed in very vital and reputed organizations, and many of them are working the capacity of general manager in the directors, and one of our alumni has retired as the chairman cum managing director in a Navratna company, Gas Authority of India Limited, GAIL. His name was Mr. U.D. Chobe. So we are having the pioneer in the state of Bihar and Jharkhand in introduction of the vocational and technical educations are concerned, whether it is the paramedical education, whether it is the journalism and mass communication education, whether it is the environmental education, and we have started all these kinds of education for the first time in the state of Bihar and Jharkhand. And we are proud enough to unveil before you that during this pandemic period, the institution has conducted more than 30 numbers of webinar, and today is the 37th number of the webinar, or you can tell virtual conference. And like that, we have conducted more than 30 number of the virtual conferences, seminars, and workshops and faculty development program in the field of computer science and IT, and 7 number of programs. We have just started the management series now. We have conducted the programs like digital marketing. We have conducted the programs like big data analytics, the prospects and challenges of the rural marketing, the human resources planning for the next decade, and today the on a vital theme, this virtual conference is being organized. So with the motto to make the younger community updated with the latest happening and without bearing of any cost, without bearing any financial obligation or the financial involvement. All the webinars, faculty development program and short-term programs are being provided in free of cost for the benefits and awareness and updation of the students as well as the young faculty members of the country. In the series of that, today we are having this great virtual national webinar with a very vital theme. And why we have thought the keeping of this theme as the theme of this national conference, because after the conducting of the webinars on the theme like the big data analytics, like the digital marketing, like the e-commerce and rural marketing and human resources planning, we thought we should have one area of the financial management to be chosen for the theme of the convention. And everybody knows what is the importance of this topic, that is the emerging demand of the financial planning for the growth of the business and industry. Viewing the technological emergence with the business and industry and the service sectors that everybody has known due to the digital transformations, the style of working in the industries, the productivity and effectivity in the business sector, service sector and industries are going to take a change. In that respect, the proper financial planning is very much essential. To my mind, when I'm talking of the financial planning, I do understand it is just for determining the short-term goal as well as the long-term goal, or the short-term and long-term financial goals, and it will also create a balance and a balanced plan to meet that goal. And there are very much various reasons are there to have a proper financial planning. To my mind, the reasons for the proper financial planning, which will be including the components like that should be the proper planning for the income, how the source of incomes can be properly planned, whatever it may be for an organization, it may be for an industry, it may be for a service organization, it may be for an NGO, or maybe for a person or a family also, that we need a proper financial planning for its different components like income. We should have a proper financial planning for the cash flow, how the cash flow can be generated in a better manner by minimizing the spending. That is also required. The thing is that once the cash flow will be increasing, obviously the capital for the organization, the capital for the establishment will be have the enhancement also. So up the things, once the capital get enhanced and all the things effects are coming due to the proper financial planning, this will imply to the enhancement of the assets of the organization, whatever the organization and structure of the organization may be. The organization may be a service sector, maybe an industry, maybe the sector, maybe the NGO, maybe the educational sectors, or maybe a particular family affairs also. So the thing is that, and once all these things will happen, we need a proper planning, financial planning for the savings also. Savings for the organization, whatever the capacity or whatever the categories are there. So these are the things, because that will lead for the benefits and for the security of the business organization, because it is the proper financial planning which are going to lead to the security of the organization due to the enhancement of the income, due to the enhancement of the cash flow, due to the enhancement of the capitals, savings, and all these assets, everything. So these are some of the things, other factors that can be then, that is enhance ultimately the standard of living, the standard of maintenance of the organizations, as well as the standard of living of the individuals who are working in the organization. And this financial planning will also give the better understanding regarding the financial management. There is no doubt, so obviously, and it will give us the ample idea how the financial advising will be also taken from the different sources for the better implementation and better utilization of the financial resources for the development of the organization. Because every organization should be financially sound by the proper consideration of the financial planning, because the ultimate goal, the financial soundness, what will be provided by the proper financial planning. So to my mind, that will enrich the organization in serving in many aspects and many areas, that as for example, by that virtue of that, if the organization is very much sound, so far as the financial asset finance is concerned, so far as the assets are concerned, then it can be able and capable to provide the array of the services for the satisfaction of its clients, for the customer satisfaction, and it can generate a larger customer base. So that is one of the important things, and it can help the organization. The health of the organization will be very sound, and it can provide the organization and make the capable of to the organization for providing a better and great customer relationship also, without compromising the pricing factor of the organization. So the thing is that the branding and the thing, we need the proper financial planning, because to have the sound financial position, and that can be also diverted for growing the brand equity of the organization, for the brand management of the organization, and creating a better brand. So all the things, and that also and it will also help our financial condition will also help to make a better networking system within a global, not only the local platform, but within the global platform by adopting the latest technologies, and that too, the organization should be capable to invest on the latest technologies, which can be also optimize the every factors of the organization, whether it might be the productivity, whether might be the efficiency, might be the productivity, might be the efficiency, might be the effectivity, and might be the fund and capital generation. That is the basic idea to my knowledge, what I think, and keeping all these things in the view that we have organized and we have kept this theme, and the honorable speakers and the learned personality can deliver it in a better manner, so that the large number of participants who have been connected with this webinar today, having more than 300 registrations throughout the different parts of the country, including the countries like Bhutan and Nepal, and some 1-2 delegates from Bangladesh also. So these have been connected with the online connectivity. Apart from that, every of our webinars are also having the live broadcast through the YouTube as well as the Facebook of the institution. And the students have been joined in the YouTube generally, and they can also send their question to our honorable speakers through the chat box. So with all these things, once again congratulating everybody who have been participating in this August virtual conference, and expressing my hearty gratitude and billions of thankfulness to our honorable chief guest for his gracious presence here to address the audience and to deliver the inaugural address, as well as my thanks to honorable keynote speaker and invited speaker, as well as foreign speaker, and the president of this virtual conference, Dr. A.K. Saini. I remain and I conclude my speech with praying to the God that each of the participants who have connected with this webinar, may God bless each of them. May God bless each of them to pick up the daffodils from the paradise of their future career. Thank you, everybody. Namaskar and good morning.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, Nayak sir, for this splendid opening address. Thank you so much, sir. So now it's a time for the inaugural address by the chief guest, and our today's chief guest is Professor Raj Kumar Mittal. Professor R.K. Mittal is the Vice Chancellor of Chaudhary Bansi Lal University, is a noted economist and management educationist, having more than 30 years of experience in teaching, research, and academic administration in prestigious institutions of higher learnings like Kurukshetra University, Kurukshetra, Guru Jamveshwar University of Science and Technology, Hisar, Guru Gobind Singh Indraprasth University, Delhi, and Titankar Mahavir University, Muradabad. He is known for his contribution in building institutions from their nascent stage. 30 plus years of experience in teaching, research, and administration. He has been the founder, vice chancellor of Titankar Mahavir University, Muradabad, director, development, NAC UGC coordinator, and dean, University of Management Studies at Guru Gobind Singh Indraprasth University, Delhi. Additionally, he has been the dean of School of Education, dean School of Humanities and Social Sciences at Guru Gobind Singh Indraprasth University, and HOD in charge of in Department of Business Economics at Guru Jamveshwar University of Science and Technology, Hisar. Working in these institutions in different capabilities provide him a fair understanding of the regulatory framework of UGC, NAC, NBA, AICTE, more than that, under which institutions of higher learning functions and accordingly plan and execute quality initiatives. Additionally, handled activities such as OSD examinations, in charge central timetable, member fee investment committee, coordinator, uh, convention, RUSA, and AISHE, in charge academic audit and alumni association. Professor Mittal holds PhD, MPhil, MA economics, MBA, and BCom degree. He receives state merit scholarship during his studies at UG and PG levels, and gold medal for being the college topper. Professor Mittal has teaching and research interests in the areas of business, institutions, managerial economics, leadership, and managerial issues in organization and institution of higher learning. Research supervision and consultancy publications. He has guided 15 PhD theses and about 150 MBA projects. So with all these words, I like to welcome Professor R.K. Mittal sir for inaugural address.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, good morning to everyone. And at the outset, I thank Professor A.K. Nayak ji for giving me this opportunity to be a part of this important international seminar. And so many eminent scholars are connected today on a very important theme of financial planning for the growth of business and industry. I'm very happy that eminent scholars, Professor A.K. Nayak, Professor Mahinder Singh ji, Dr. Subramaniam ji, Dr. Malaya, and many other eminent scholars are today uh, part of this important seminar and would be enlightening all of us on this important theme. Today, the country is observing Parakrama Divas. Uh, Today, 125th birth anniversary of great freedom fighter Netaji Subhash ji, who in a way had a daring abilities to fight against the Britishers and helped us in getting the freedom. My respect and tribute to this great visionary leader. And today, in fact, the Honorable Prime Minister has given the call for making Atam Nirbhar Bharat, which basically means Atam Nirbhar states and Atam Nirbhar districts as well. So, in a way, uh, in making India Atam Nirbhar or Bharat Atam Nirbhar, I think this financial aspect or financial planning becomes very, very crucial. Today, India needs lot of investment in infrastructure, IT sector, and social sector, especially health and education, and the different sectors like agriculture sector, manufacturing, and other sector needs to be strengthened after this COVID pandemic, especially the small and marginal enterprises. And on the other hand, the very dichotomous situation is emerging that savings rates are coming down, as pointed out by Professor Nayak as well, that savings is very critical for any developmental strategy. If growth has to pick up, then saving must be there. It is coming down, and we have at one point of time, I think in 2011-12, around 37% of GDP, but presently it is around 26-27%. So through financial planning, savings has to be given a boost from whether it is individual level or private savings, or it is a corporate saving, and even at the government level, for accelerating the rate of investment which a country need to make it a $5 trillion economy. Now, coming to financial planning, which basically means the judicious use of the resources for realizing the you can say objectives of any organization, whether it is individual or NGO or social sector or government sector or the company. All these sectors need a financial sound financial planning. हिंदी में एक कहावत है कि जितना चादर उतना पैर पसारी है. I mean, you have to live within your means. That is the best thing to my mind. We have recently seen that those company which has over leveraged and created a huge debt, I mean, they either are facing a problem, existential problem, or are being wiped out from the industry. We have taken the case of Bhushan Steel. Videocon, many such type of industry are being on the verge of being extinction, and many other company who are over debt burden in the financial sector, uh, in the financial market, they are not doing well. Those companies which have been debt free, have sound inflows, sound financial planning, have good reserves, paying regular dividends. These companies are, in a way, doing good, and even, enjoy premium in the market and also benefiting the investors. So, therefore, uh, for financial planning, we have to live within our resources, which is an old adage, very common in India. At household level also, we have to make a planning, and those people who overspend, recklessly spend, they face problem at one stage or the other. Right. On the other hand, those who are using the resources prudently in a disciplined manner, they are kept in mind, in a way, managing the finances. Second thing I would like to say is that today, in this interconnected world, which we term as VUCA, volatility, uncertainty, complexity, ambiguity, the decision-making process is very difficult, and COVID has, explained us, or realized us that supply chain can be broken any stage, and that may create a problem in the business. And therefore, all organizations, they need to have the risk management strategies. Those companies which anticipate this type of scenario uh, precisely, or are better equipped to face the challenges, I would like to say. Many types of market risks is there, international political risks are there, this pandemic type of risks are there. Even at the domestic front, we have so many risks. So those organizations which are better prepared, and they train their manpower, their people, their, you can say, the human resources better, uh, they will be able to better fight with this COVID-like situation or uncertain scenario, and have a better decision-making process. Many companies we have seen in the past, they have ignored the market, and they are nowhere. Whether you can say this Nokia mobile phone company, and many Kodak film industry, this photo film company, many companies, they failed to anticipate the challenges which are likely to be there. Even in India, if you take the case of LML Scooter, which used to be a very good company, but they are nowhere now. So therefore, those company which, in a way, prepare for this uncertain environment, they have a better, you can say, survival rate, because they will be able to protect their business in a better way. And those companies which are able to protect their business better way in this type of scenario, they will be better able to create financial inflows which are necessary for survival. So I would suggest that risk mitigating strategies should be properly developed, and people should be trained for such type of management, and then only I think they would be better, you can say, prepared to deal with such circumstances. The third point I would like to suggest is that financial planning should be a part of the larger business plan. Larger business plan, the objective should be clear, well laid down, and company should focus on their core business areas, not should enter into unrelated, unplanned type of growth which sucks the financial resources. Those companies which are best focused, and they will be able, in a way, to deliver better, you can say, a result. And those companies which enter into you can say unrelated type of businesses, and thus creates lot of growth, may be able to in a short run, may be able to create growth, but in long run they will face lot of I think problems. So therefore the company, based on their core strategies, should have a proper short term, long term vision and focus on those types of vision. Like we take the case of Tata Group of companies. They are, I mean, in the last many years, they have been doing their business socially responsibly, so in a social responsible way, and have been delivering the results. So such type of things becomes very important in this type of environment. So I think these are the few points I thought I would discuss. And today we will be having the opportunity to listen to the experts, the keynote speakers who will be enlightening us on the important issues connected with the financial planning. So I thank Professor A.K. Naikji for giving me this opportunity. Also, Professor A.K. Sani, who is my friend and colleague, who would be giving the presidential address in this uh, conference. So my best wishes to all the participants, and thanks to the organizer for the success of this international conference on a very, very important theme, which is essential for realizing the vision of the Honorable Prime Minister to be a Atam Nirbhar Bharat. Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, Mittal sir, for your excellent deliberations and at the part of the inaugural address, and very important things and very important and precious things you told. And definitely, particularly the maximum students who are the management student participated in this one-day international virtual conference will be much benefited. Apart from that, the assistant professor, associate professor, and professors, many of them are also present here. They will be also benefited very much. And two important things what you have told, that is very required, and that is for making the balance, financial balancing, that is the risk mitigating services, as well as the financial planning should be the part of the larger business. These two things are very important concept that you have elaborated, and you have cited the things so excellently with the examples and the cases. So definitely it is a very praiseworthy speech and very praiseworthy deliberation, I can tell. Thank you very much once again on behalf of our group of institutions and behalf of the one-day international virtual conference. We express our hearty gratitude for your gracious presence and deliberation of this inaugural address. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Rohit, 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 you
Rohit,
are not
please
audible.
unmute
Yeah,
yourself.
yes, yes, yes.
You are not audible.
Yeah. Now it's fine. So thank you so much, sir. So now it's a time for our keynote address, and our today's keynote speaker is Professor Moninder Singh. Professor Moninder Singh is the professor and in School of Commerce and Management Studies, Central University of Himachal Pradesh, Dharamsala. He is having more than he is having more than 20 years of teaching and research experience, and published more than 20 research papers both in national and international journals. He has attended more than 15 international and national level seminars and conferences. He has guided 5 PhDs, 19 MPhils, and 92 MBA projects. He has completed one UGC sponsored minor research project and organized one UGC sponsored national seminar. His keen area of interest are is corporate finance, international finance, and corporate finance reporting. He also worked as an executive trainee at Vardhaman Group of Companies, government auditor, and associate professor in Department of Higher Education, Government of Himachal Pradesh. He is having 16 years of experience in various government college in Himachal Pradesh since June 24, 1999. And he is having a postgraduate experience of 5 years, and as a guest faculty he is also having more than 15 years of experience. So he has research experience of 15 papers and published many national and international proceedings. So with all these words, I like to welcome Professor Moninder Singh sir for keynote address.
Thank you, Dr. Rohit. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are
Yes,
audible,
yes.
sir.
Okay. First of all, I would like to thank the organizers, especially Professor A.K. Naik, who is the advisor of IIBM Group and the convener of this particular webinar, for giving me a chance to prepare to give this keynote address on a very vibrant issue, that is emerging demands for financial planning for the growth of business and industry. I would like to thank Professor Naik also for giving me an opportunity to interact with Professor R.K. Mittal, Honorable Vice Chancellor. I think right now he is not here. Invited an opportunity to interact with Professor R.K. Mittal, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Chaudhary Bansi Lal University, Bhiwani, Haryana. Professor A.K. Saini, I think he will join later on, Dean School of Management Study, and Professor M. Subramaniam, who is Head Management, RL Institute of Management Study, Professor Mr. Malya Naik, and many more. Thank you, Dr. Naik, that you provide me an opportunity to interact with the galaxy of these academicians and all the delegates who have joined not only from India, but also outside the India. And dear friends, as already covered by our inaugural address by Professor R.K. Mittal, that Honorable Prime Minister has started Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. And there are so many other schemes that has been launched by the government, being Skill India, Startup India, or government is doing number of reforms in different sectors, whether it is labor reforms or reforms in the market, in the capital markets, reforms in the various other taxation systems. All and moreover, government is also opening different sectors for the foreign investments and enhancing the FDI limits. And most recently, government has also announced to open FDI in defense sectors. And if we look at international levels, lot of investments are coming to India, and markets are also very optimistic, despite of the fact we are facing very uncommon situations, that is the COVID-19, due to COVID-19 pandemic situations. But foreign investments are coming over to India, and if we look at the markets are very optimistic, because market reflect the future sentiments, how the business will go in futures. And there are so many other things. And moreover, today we are living with the kind of populations who belongs to the age of millennium, that these are the populations who are well educated, highly tech savvy, who are ready to take the risk, and they want to do something different. They want to do independently, and they want to create, they want to do something new, not for themselves but for the country as well. So why I'm saying these all things, I mean these all things is kind of creating a kind of environments that is conducive to set up your own business. And these are the things that are required for setting up And this is the right time when we can think of starting a new business. Most of the thing that has already been discussed, why we need the financial planning, but my focus in this particular presentation will be on if we want to be an entrepreneurs, and for starting an entrepreneurs from starting an entrepreneur point of view, what is the need, why we need the financial planning. Dear friends, suppose you have a brilliant business idea. You want to start your business. You are confident, it is attractive, and you are sure that it will be a success. Being like any other entrepreneurs, the first problem that we face, that how we can fund our idea. Because we cannot start any business organization unless we don't have sufficient funds. To raise funds, we have to contact a kind of investors. There are a number of investors, be it angel investors, be it private equity, be it venture capitalists, or many other investors are there in the markets. But the only thing is, we have to present our business idea to these investors. Hello. Is there any problem?
No, sir. You are audible, sir.
Okay. So in order to present, we have to contact the investors. So whenever we contact the investors, they have the large number of questions they will ask to you. What is the viability of your projects? What is the revenue model of your projects? When you will generate the revenue, how much revenue you will generate, how much profit you will generate, whether it will be successful or not. These are the number of questions that is to be answers that are to be answers by entrepreneurs to an investors. How to answer these questions? To answer these questions at this particular stage, we need the help of a financial planners, financial experts who prepare a business plan, who not only business plan, this business plan is entirely a different concepts. Business plan express what you are going to do in numbers, in words, but expressing your business plan in numbers, that we call it as financial plan. Financial planning is the most challenging work. To prepare your financial planning, you need financial planners, you need financial experts who have the expertise in preparing financial planning. So the main idea of my today's address is how to prepare financial plans, and what are the things that we should consider when we are preparing financial plan for a business organizations. To start with, Mr. Rohit, can I share my presentation?
Yes, sir. Sure. Yeah, now you can share, sir.
Okay. Is it visible, sir?
Yeah. It is still coming, but not visible yet. Now it is visible, sir. Yes, visible, sir.
Okay. So the main objective of my today's presentations is to know how to drive a financial plan that shows how attractive the business is and how much money we need to start a business. Because this is what we have to present to the investors if you want to raise the fund for the business. And next important objective is to create how we create the financial projections for the business, and what are the we are facing when we are planning our financial resources, and the skill sets that required for financial planners. These are the 4 areas that I am going to cover one by one. First, I will focus on how we drive the financial plans. As already discussed by Professor Mittal, if we don't plan properly, we are fail. Most of the business, they don't grow accidentally, but their growth. without specific goals in mind, you could work hard and still fail to achieve your objective because your efforts may not be focused on the thing that can help grow your business. No doubt, in demand products or marketing are integral to the success of a business. But the most successful business owners know if the math does not work, the business will not work. Considering this simply means the finance is very important aspect for the growth of a business, for the survival of the business. Studies prove that 20% of the business who started and will falls within 2 years from the date they started. 50% business fail within 5 years. And another thing that another factor that is very important to notice is that millions of micro, small and medium enterprises. This is the data that I have taken for the year 2015 and 16. In this year's only more than 4 lakh units failed, become sick. Every year's number of bankruptcies are increasing. That means companies are failing this way or that way. And the research that has been conducted so far has proved it that among different reasons, one of the most important factors that cause the failure of the business organization is lack of proper financial planning. We need efficient financial management that allow more funds to be available for marketing, for business operations, for developments, for exploring new business, exploring new idea, which in turn bring about more growth for your business. Managing money or financial resources is the most critical function of a business organization. And managing financial resources means managing 3 interrelating activities. We have to basically focus on 3 important activities when we talk about managing financial resources. First is managing our investment, both short-term as well as long-term. The first thing that we have to do where we decide where to invest, when to invest, how much to invest, and identifying which investment opportunities are valuable that will create value to your business. And by considering all the magnitude, opportunities, and the risks that are associated with the investments, we call them as the investment decision. Second aspect of managing financial resources is how to fund the business, how to raise the funds for the investments. We have different sources. We have the different sources of funds. We have debt, we have short term, we have long terms. But how to finance the business so that you can create your optimum capital structures where you have the minimum cost of capital and that with minimum risk involved in raising the capitals. Thereafter, we have another important decision that is with respect to how we manage our day-to-day expenses, our working capitals. So these 3 important decisions we are taking when we are managing our financial resources. And in order to maximize firm's profit, in order to grow a business in a very smooth manner, it is very important for a business to seek the optimum combination of these 3 kind of business decisions. And all these three decisions are interrelated. But what can be the optimum level? What is the optimum combination of these 3 financial decisions will depends upon financial planning. And it is only the way out to maintain the balance in these 3 financial decisions. And the study has proved that financial planning and the firm's performance and growth has positive relationship, high degree positive relationship. What is financial planning? Financial planning is the process of making financial projections. Here, what we are doing, we are simply doing projection of the future pictures of our business models. It is a roadmap for a business financial growth and shows where we are, our current positions, where we want to go, our future goals, and how we intended to get there, the future roadmap. This is what we are doing when we are making the financial plan of business organizations. Financial planning is important for all point of view, but financial planning for a business organization is altogether different from the financial planning of an individual or a personal financial planning. The objective of financial planning is entirely different for persons. They have tax planning, they have growth, they have retirement planning, estate planning, and so many other issues when they are planning for the financial resources. But when it comes to business, their objective of financial planning is entirely different. In business, we need funds for our growth, we need funds for our expansion, we need funds for updating our technology, for diversifications, for acquiring, for acquisitions. These are the important strategic decisions in the business where we need financial planning. These are the decisions where we have to think many times, because these has great financial implications, because any failure in any decision, any decisions will lead to failure of the business. So the financial planning for the business from business point of view is entirely a different concept as is financial planning that we have mostly discussed in case of personal financial planning. When we talk about business financial planning, we basically answer two main questions. How financial attractive is your business plan or your business? It is business for the starting, but it is new plan, new idea, new concept for the existing business. The first thing is, what is your, whatever you have planned, whether it is what you have planned for the investment, how attractive it is. And second important thing is, if it is attractive one, then what financial resources does business need? These are the two important questions that are to be answered by a financial planner through financial planning. So what we are doing here in this case, these are the writer that, let me clarify you, financial planning is altogether different from financial accounting, because financial accounting present the present pictures of the business organizations, what is there in the existence. It is objective, it is true. But when we talk about financial planning, it is not as accurate as financial statement, because it is based on projections, it is based on hypothesis, it is based on assumptions. And financial planning keep on changing with every business situations. It quickly outdated, and it is based on optimism. So these are the things that we should keep into mind when we are preparing financial plans. So financial plan does not provide you exact pictures, but it provides an hypothetical, you can say most likely pictures of the business plans that we are going to implement. Now, financial projections or financial planning, what it is kind of mirrors. It is kind of reflections of your business model. It is the reflection of your business plan. It is the reflections, because whenever you go to the investors, no doubt that they give more importance to the business plan, they give more importance to the business models, but they give equal importance to the concept whether the person who is presenting this plan understand what the business is. So these financial planning that you are discussing, you are going to the investors, make sure that being an investor, being a businessman, you are very much aware about each and every information about your business or about your business plans, because business plan is a subjective concept, but the same business plan, when it is represented in terms of number, is known as financial plans. It gives you chance to analyze, to rethink over what you have planned. Now, what we are doing when we are projecting business financial plans, we are basically projecting three main statements. We project our income statement that basically reflects our business models, our revenue, our income, our profitabilities. Projected balance sheet that shows how much, what will be the size of your investment, what will be the structures, how you will finance, how will you be funding your investments, and cash flow statement that shows your cash positions, when or how you are receiving the cash inflow and outflow of the cash, and the timing of the cash, and the amount of the cash that you have. These are the three things that we have to project when we are presenting a financial planning, when we are taking any kind of investment decisions. Even when we talk about the investment decisions, there are different techniques. In those techniques also we talk about cash inflows and cash outflows. Until unless we don't have projected inflows and outflows of the cash, we cannot make any investment decisions. So when we talk about financial planning is all about estimation or projections of our future income statement, future balance sheet, future cash flow statement. And for making these projections, there are a number of information, there are a number of sources from where we can have the information. We have primary data. We can directly go to the customers, consumers, to the market. From there, we can have the survey. From there, we can have the information about what they are ready to pay, what they want to buy, what can be the type of product that can be acceptable by the market. Primary survey. Then we have the secondary informations, market indicators. We have economic indicators. We have macro indicators. With the help of these indicators and advanced statistical modeling, we can project what will be the future demand of your product, what can be the future's market share of your products, how much can be the exact demand of your products. And we can also learn from the similar companies, as well as we can have the past experience, our own past experiences. These are the four important bases of information, on the basis of which from where we take the information and we prepare our financial statements, projected financial statements. So there are 4 steps involved when we are preparing our financial planning. First, we will clarify what exactly the financial planning is. Fourth thing that in financial planning we are doing is, in the step 1, we estimate our revenue projections. This is the simple equations. Revenue is equal to quantity into price. Revenue, what do we mean by revenue? Revenue is function of 2 things, quantity and the price. Number of goods that you can sold multiplied by the price of the thing. The thing that we have to project is the quantity, how much quantity you can sell, and the price, what will the probable price you will get from your products. For this thing, you have to define first the units. What is the units of your product? Who is your customers? And what is the composition of the contract? Because now there is no some of the products are very simple, but some of the products are very complex. They come with a lot of things. They come with warranty, they come with return policy, they come with the repair and maintenance policy, they come with, you can say, some kind of other things are there in the products. So you're not offering only in single, especially in case of service sector, in case of software products. So we have to first thing that we have to understand what our product is, what is the units of our products. After understanding the product, then we have to estimate what can be the probable price of the products. We have to focus on the average price of the products. We have list price, we have to consider the discount, we have to consider so many other things that over the period of time prices can be fall, prices can be increased. Considering all these things, we have to decide what can be the probable price of the products. And then we have to estimate what can be the probable quantity that we can sell. There are 2 approaches, top down and bottom up approaches. So that I'm not going much in details what is top down and what is bottom up. The simple way is, top down approach is estimating the demand. This is a demand side projection of your quantity, whereas bottom up approach is how much you can sell. That is the supply side approach to estimate your quantity that you can sell. So after properly estimating what you can sell, you estimate the price and multiply price with the quantity, you can estimate the revenue. This is the first thing that we have to estimate that in the financial planning. Second thing, we must be familiar with the different type of cost. Then we have to deal with the cost projections. We have the cost of goods sold that we call it as the direct cost. We have the operating cost, that is cost with running the expenses, that is indirect cost. And we have the R&D cost, development cost, that we spend on creating and maintaining the business. And we have to classify your cost in fixed and variable cost. So when you are planning your business, when you are planning your financial plans, these are the things that you have to consider. Considering all these things, we have to estimate what can be the cost of your products. Then thereafter, when we have the revenue, we have the cost, we build the financial models. And first financial model, I am using here financial model because we don't make one statement. We make number of statements because we have to estimate different situations. We have to imagine different situations. It can be very good situation. It can be worst situation. It can be most likely situations. So we do all this thing on Excel sheets. Excel, so that we can apply sensitivity analysis to our these projection models. So having different kind of market situation, we can have different kind of different income statement and different balance sheets and different cash flow statements. So that is why I'm using the concept financial models. The first financial model is that is the income statement, where we first try to find out what is our gross margins, then what is our operating profit, and what is our net income. So these are the things, these are the basic information that if you are planning for your business, if you are planning for finances, you must know, you must understand. And then in case of balance sheet, we try to build up our equation that assets are equal to debt and equity. But assets mean what are the different assets we need to run our business, and how these assets are to be financed, that are reflected by our debts, and other side of the balance sheet, that is debt and the equity capitals. And third most important factors of our financial planning is how much fund we need. The first two component, income statement and the balance sheet, will answer the questions. What is your business? What is your how successful your business is? Whereas how much fund you need for the business will depends upon the cash flow statement, cash inflows and cash outflows. So we have to estimate that also, because it is the gap between inflow and outflow that you need to fund. So that is what we need. That is what we have to estimate with the help of cash flow statement, how much funds we need. We have to present the break-even models. Break-even model is very important to know the minimum amount of sale that we require, from where we can start earning profits. So this is the level where your total cost, you will cover your total cost. So whether you are able to achieve that target or not, this is another important information that are considered by the investors when they are looking at your financial plan. Next, there is another thing that they are considering when looking at your financial plan is there are some important business ratios. These are current ratios, debt equity ratios, quick ratios, return on investment, ITR, inventory turnover ratios, that shows your business operational efficiencies, your collection policies, your overall return earning to the shareholders, your market valuations, your growth prospectus. These are the different indicators that you have to show in your financial planning to the investors if you want to raise the funds from them. Now, when you are preparing your financial plans, you must also understand what are the funding options. There are broadly three types of funding options we have: equity financing, debt financing, and internal financing. One must be familiar with all these things. Unless if you don't know all these things, then we cannot make our financial plan that are acceptable, that are believable, that are credible. Then till this, I was just talking about what exactly you need when you are preparing your financial plan. Financial planning is very important for the business, because if you plan, you can provide the amount, the quantum of fund that is required for your business at the time when it is required. That is very important. Now, but if we look today's scenarios, the role of financial planning is becoming very complex day by day. So what are the very different issues? What are the very different emerging trends that are changing financial planning? I will discuss few on them. Then I will discuss what are the skill sets that are required for a financial planner. Then I will relate it how financial planning is going to be important for the growth of the business. Now, if we look at these days, the role of CFO, Chief Financial Officers, it is expanding. Earlier, finance manager was only concerned with preparations of budgets and financial statement or presentation of financial reports. Studies have been conducted, and it has been observed that over the period of time, especially after the corporate after the different corporate scandal like Enron, WorldCom, or many other corporate scams, the position of CFO has become very critical. And now they are now becoming the part of the board of directors, and their role in the organization is increasing in all the organizations. Whereas on the other side, CEO, the COO, Chief Operating Officers, companies are reducing the role of Chief Operating Officers, but they are increasing role of Chief Financial Officers, and they are involved in each and every strategic decisions of the organizations. That means your role in an organization is expanding, is increasing. When your role in an organization is increasing, that means your responsibility for the organization is also increasing. That means you cannot take any risk when you are taking any financial decisions. So you have to be very careful, very sensible when you are making your financial decisions. Then these days, technology has changed the way we are doing the business, and technology has also you can say interfere in the field of finance, and they are planning. Even what we can say, we cannot do, we cannot imagine anything without the technologies. Now we are using advanced data analytical technique, we are using robotic process automation, we are using artificial intelligence, we are using another important blockchain technologies when we are analyzing our when we are taking our financial decisions. So unless we are not familiar with all these technologies, we cannot think that we can prepare a good financial planning of the business. Now we are living in a kind of situation which is known as infodemic. This is pandemic, and here it is. I am using the word infodemic. Infodemic means we have large number of information that are available with us thanks to the development of the IT information technology. Now, no doubt, more the information you have, more efficient will be your decisions. But the problem today is not the more information. Problem is lot of information. We have lot of information. Some of the informations are true, some of the informations are false. But now it is becoming very difficult, very tough for financial planners to identify what is true, what is not true. So this is the situation. This is the you can say problem that we are also facing, and in this kind of situations, we have to be very cautious when we are estimating our financial information, financial data. And another important aspect is today that the workforce is also changing. Workforce changing mean now the youngsters who are very talented, very educated, very tech savvy, they love to work. They love to work from homes. They want flexi hours. So now when we are allowing our workers to work from home, then they create another kind of threats, that is the threats of data thefts, IP, intellectual property thefts. So because one side there is a theft to our data, to the financial data of the company, another side there is the social networking sites, or you can say social networking, social networks, through which if any important vital information is leaked, it can create a problem not only to but also to your organizations. So there are some different kind of cyber security risk that are now there that we have to deal with when we are preparing our financial planning. And two more important things that we have to consider when we are making the financial planning for the business is that now every day we have lot of financial innovation taking place. New and new instruments for raising funds are coming with very customized, you can say. We have you cannot have imagined that things 5 years before. The concept of blockchain, the concept of Bitcoin, concept of derivative, concept of another hybrids financial instruments. And there are so many development in the markets also. Markets are also integrated international levels. So what is happening here is going to be going to affect India also. There's so many things that is making the work of a financial planner more complex, more complicated. So if we consider all these things, we can say that financial planning is not so easy. It's not so, you can say, easy process, easy work to do. We have to consider all these things. We cannot plan successfully unless we are not using technology. We are not considering the security risk. We are not considering the workforce requirement. We are not considering the markets. We are not considering the environment. These are the things that are creating challenges to the financial managers during this global business environments. So if you have to deal with this kind of environments, you require certain kind of skills. I will not talk about much about different kind of skills. I will talk about now we have to develop T-shaped skills, or what your three important skills that is required for a financial planners. One is the domain knowledge. We have to be very we have to develop our knowledge on the finance as a subject, as a that we know. We have to know each and every theory that is applicable, that is available. That is one thing that we know, that one kind of skills is that domain skills that is very important. So T-shape means we have one domain knowledge. Then to add your to improve your productivity, to improve your what you can say decision making, you have to improve your digital skills. You should be familiar with financial modeling, with artificial intelligence. You have to adopt cloud-based ERP. You have to adopt your RPA. You have to adopt SAP, Oracle's business coding, real-time data analysis, blockchain. These are the things that you have to learn. You have to learn coding, how to do the coding. Then only you can prepare you can say financial models. Okay, this is the time that is the time where human intelligence plus artificial intelligence is working together, and they are making things different. So you have to develop these digital skills as well. And lastly, third skill that is very important, that is the soft skills. Soft skills mean how you are interacting, how you are managing, how you are behaving, how you are dealing with others. That is a very important thing. Collectively, these three skills are required for a finance manager to make his decision balance. So we also call sometimes these skills as a three legs tool. Three legs tool mean we have to balance all the three legs. If we have domain knowledge but we don't have digital skills or soft skills, we cannot work. If we have digital skill but we don't have domain knowledge or soft skills, we cannot succeed. We have only soft skills. We can speak well, we can talk well, we can deal well, but we don't have digital skills, we don't have domain skills, we cannot work. So to be a successful financial planner, we have to develop these kind of T-shaped skills. That means you must have domain knowledge, you must have digital skills, you must have soft skills. Then only what we can do, we can take a successful financial decision. So this is what that I want to discuss about what is financial planning, what are the challenges that we are facing these days when we are planning for the businesses, and what are the skill set that are required for starting, for running, for planning the business financial resources. So what we can conclude finally, that preparing a financial plan can be helpful tool in demonstrating your credit worthiness to prospective investors. Well, investors or lenders when seeking business financing. But even if you are not looking to take out a loan to grow your business, sound financial planning can still help you visualize the true financial health of your organizations, your business, your begin working toward tangible and specific growth goals. Financial planning is very important. There are so many aspects in the financial planning. This is one aspect that I have covered. There is the planning, how we manage our assets, how we manage our short-term investment, how we manage our long-term investment, how we manage our working capital, how we manage our risk management. There's so many areas that we can have in the financial planning, but the only thing is, until unless we don't plan properly, we cannot succeed. With this, I would like to wind up my talk. This is what I have all to discuss with you papers. Thank you, Dr. Rohit. Any question, please? Oh. Hello.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Naik sir, please unmute, sir. Naik sir, please unmute. Yes.
Thank you very much, Mahinder ji, for your excellent deliberation. Really, it was a very good keynote speech, and I think the participant must have benefited a lot by your actual and thorough presentation of the various aspects of the financial planning and effective financial planning. Thank you very much on behalf of IIBM and the Accreditation Group of Institutions, and we look forward your participation in the future date also in many of our activities. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Moninder Singh, sir. So now we will proceed towards our next session, that is our invited address. And for that, I like to welcome Dr. M. Subramaniam, sir. Dr. M. Subramaniam is an 46-year-old alumni of IIM Ahmedabad. He has got 23 years experience in industry, teaching, research, and consulting. He is presently the head management programs, RL Institute of Management Studies, Madurai, Tamil Nadu. He was earlier the Pan-India head of Financial Service and Business Analytics domain, iNature Education Consultants, Private Limited, Bangalore. Stress heading INR of 100 millions business portfolio. He was worked for companies like Vardhaman Trades, Big Shop Group of companies, Kumdan Publications, and Jayalakshmi Financial Service in various positions, which includes top management positions as Assistant Vice President. He is SEBI Certified Financial Educator, SEBI Certified Research Analyst, NSE Certified Investment Analyst, and Portfolio Management. He is Certified Blockchain Specialist and Certified Design Thinking Specialist. He has served as teaching faculty in various premier business schools, institutions like MIT University Noida campus, Institute for Technical and Management, Siddharthnagar School of Management, and IILM, New Delhi. He has published and presented more than 40 papers in various national, international conferences and won many Best Paper awards. As a researcher, he has published, presented management case studies, and has also won Best Case Study Award. He is an accredited trainer, consultant for NTPC, SDJN, Power Grid Corporation, NIST. He is trained the top management executive on enterprise risk management, leadership development, finance for non-financial executives, and financial engineering topics. So with all these words, I like to welcome Dr. M. Subramaniam, sir, for invited address.
Your principal will also address? You make a plan. You keep for me 10 minutes and for them half an hour.
Yes, sir, we can now continue, sir.
Right. Thank you for introduction, Dr. Rohit, and I would like to thank all the organizers for the opportunity given. I think my first two speakers have set the pitch for the program. I congratulate all the participants for participating in this event. So I thank Professor R.K. Mittal and as well as Professor M. Singh, Mohinder Singh for creating a good pitch for having a discussion. So I'll be taking to the next level of financial planning, how it is important. As he has covered some technical aspects, I'll be covering the other aspects, including the financial due diligence, which is more important when you do the financial planning component. When you do the financial planning component, financial due diligence is very important. So we'll be covering up that. So shall I share the screen, Dr. Rohit?
Yes, sir, you can.
Yeah. I trust my screen should be visible to all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, it is visible.
Thank you. So let me begin with the primary question. Are we designing the financial plan for, when I say the financial plan, are we designing the financial plan for growth and development? Because the topic says, of the conference says, it is for the growth and development of the business and industry. Or I have one pertinent question. Are we designing the financial plan for survival and sustenance? Because we are facing turbulent time in economy because of pandemic. So are we designing the financial plan for growth and development or survival and sustenance? This is a question we have to discuss first. Let me put forward my experience out of my client servicing. Survival and sustenance comes first to me, then goes the growth and development. Only the companies which are able to survive and sustain in this pandemic period or the lean period, leave alone the pandemic. Pandemic comes once in 100 years like this. But there could be lean period in business, ups and downs will be there. Are we able to survive and sustain? After that, then we can think about the growth and development. So are we designing for growth and development or survival and sustenance? So to me, the first priority will be survival and sustenance because of these kind of pandemic period and turbulent times. And then definitely at the end or during the pandemic period itself, we have to plan for the growth and development. So two phases I am dividing the focus. Then why there is a demand for financial planning? What is it? Because the theme of the conference says that it is emerging demand for financial planning. Is it sudden, all of a sudden we got the financial planning importance? As Professor Mohinder Singh was talking about, a lot of cash flow analysis or break-even analysis or preparing a revenue projection or the income statement projection for the next 3 years, 5 years. How does this demand for financial planning came up immediately, or is it so new to us? No, the reasons are vary because there are different reasons why the financial planning has become so important. Let us say quickly one by one. Number one, today we have competition that we all know, let it be a product or service. The competition landscape today is invisible competitors. If Pepsi thinks Coke is the only competitor or Coke thinks Pepsi is the only competitor, we are the fools in the market. We have invisible competition from the regional players also. When competition is killing every player, there comes the essence of financial planning. When you have invisible competition, there is a demand for financial planning. When invisible competition is there, whatever planning, budgeting, or strategy you make will be blasted. So when competition is invisible in market today, there is a pathway for financial planning. As Professor Mohinder Singh said, we can create financial models. If plan A does not work, plan B does not work, plan C does not work, plan D. Who said there are only 26 alphabets in English? We can go for A, double A, triple A, and AB, ABA. So we can create umpteen number of plans because of competition is there. Number two, today we are facing a very complex market structure. We call regional markets, we have statewide market, we have east, west, north, south divide market, we have national market, we have Southeast Asian market, we have Asian market, we have European market, we have American market, we have continental market. So market structure itself is very complex and company need to prepare for investing in different markets with different strategies. If that is the case, financial planning is a must for the industries and business. There is no second thought about it. For different financial markets, different market structure, the company has to prepare a different financial plan. So we have to be cautious about it. Next comes the dynamic business landscape. When I say the dynamic business landscape, I'm talking about the business environment as a whole. It can be internal stakeholders, it can be external stakeholders. Business is highly dynamic. keep on changing. Who thought about these kind of pandemic will attack us and which will collapse the entire economy of the world within 10 months time? No one thought about it. We may predict, we may project. That is why today larger companies have started not planning for next 5 years, 10 years. They are at the max planning for 2 to 3 years time, accepting their capex planning, capital expenditure planning. All the multinational companies, IT companies, everybody is planning for next 2 to 3 years because heavily investing in planning for a long-term duration is going to be a wasteful exercise in this dynamic period. When market is dynamic, business is dynamic, decisions and government regulations are dynamic, we cannot plan for very long term. 2 to 3 years itself is a long-term period today. So when businesses think about financial planning, plan for 2 to 3 years time, don't think so much. Because of dynamism in the market, we have to be very cautious and we have to be realigning with the market for every now and then. Material labor overhead is a real challenge. Getting a quality raw material is a challenge for any business. Getting a skilled labor is a big challenge for any business. Controlling the overhead is a challenge for any business. These three are the key components of any cost structure, but these three are the key challenges for any business too. Is there any assurance that every business will get the quality raw material consistently for the next 5 years time? No guarantee even for a multinational company. Is there a guarantee that everybody can have a quality labor, skilled labor, who will not leave the company for a longer time? Again, there is no guarantee. Is there a guarantee that our overheads will be within the control? Again, we cannot guarantee. When material labor overhead, which are the key for the cost structure of a company, when they are not going to go in the direction as we predict and set, financial planning has become a must. It's a real challenge. One more thing is, which is keep on keeping the companies to think differently, is frequently changing consumer preferences. Consumer loyalty has gone in the market today. Today, there is no consumer loyalty and all. As yesterday's, we used to have customer loyalty, consumer loyalty. Today, that has drastically come down. I will not say it has gone out of market, drastically come down in the market. There is no consumer loyalty. Why there is no loyalty? Only when their loyalty is their preference, they will stick it onto the preference what they want. But today, it is not like that. If today's customer are going to be highly dynamic, they keep on changing the preference according to the requirement, according to the price structure, according to the availability, according to the convenience, according to the quality, according to the taste and preference. They keep on changing the preference. So these are the factors which is pushing the companies to go for a solid financial plan. That too, my recommendation, do not go beyond 2 to 3 years time. Every multinational company, like you take Ford, General Motors, or you take Pepsi, or you take Infosys or Cognizant, or you take banks, no one is going for a long-term financial plan beyond 2 to 3 years time. Yeah, olden days we were telling that 5 years, 10 years plan, but today 5 years, 10 years plans are not working for the companies because of dynamism in the market and changing consumer preferences in the market. How to make an effective financial plan for business and industry? How do we make? Right? So when you ask this simple question, how do we make? Design the decisions based on the inputs from the results of business analytics. As rightly said by Professor Mohinder Singh, analytics plays a very vital role. I head the analytics division of a company. I know what role we play in companies' business model today. It is not just financial model alone. We are playing a very vital role in analytics, because business analytics is going to throw you lights on different areas. Something we call predictive analytics is there in business analytics. Predictive analytics. We can predict with the use of analytics and artificial intelligence. I can predict what may happen to the business. There is a prescriptive analytics. There is a diagnostic analytics. So we have different types of analytics into the business. When we incorporate the predictive analytics and design decisions based on that, we'll be able to make it. When you do the business analytics, machine learning will be a must. Machine learning will be an integral part of your business analytics. Artificial intelligence is a component of it. As you rightly said, RPA has taken over. Today, if you might have seen, there are few banks like HDFC Bank and HSBC Bank. They have gone for replacing with RPA process. Truly in HSBC Bank in Mumbai, they have tested with robotics. There is only one person in the branch sitting. Baki 7 are the robos. Instead of 7 people, there are 3 robos. The moment customer walks in, the robo walks in and gives the glass of water to the consumer. They are listening to consumer, what do they want? Then the robo asks, what is that? You press the option, whatever you want. You want a checkbook, you want a service, what is that? So only when there is a human interface required, the manager comes into role. Otherwise, the robotics are doing excellent job in HSBC branch in Mumbai. So when robotic process automation has gone beyond the level what we think, it is already there in India for the last 1.5 year time. You have to go and experience that. Then only we can see how the decisions can be designed according to the business analytics. Using financial intelligence with artificial intelligence. I don't see only in artificial intelligence, we have to use the word financial intelligence. When I say financial intelligence, it is not just the common sense of finance what we have. We have to use the competitors' information or competitors' insight, and we have to use the intelligence where the direction of the competitors are going in the market, where I am planning, are we aligning in the market, or I am going ahead of competitors. Financial intelligence coupled with artificial intelligence will help. So think about financial intelligence domain for the success of financial planning for the business and industry. Be tech savvy, make use of fintech. Financial technology is a buzzword in the market today. Almost every company has started using the fintech. We have umpteen amount of service providers for fintech in India. We have umpteen amount of scope for developing fintech. So when you do the financial planning, I suggest the business and industry, please do have a budget and investment for your fintech. When it's a fintech, using financial technology for your business products. Might be a mobile application, might be a mobile money transfer, might be an online transfer, might be round the clock service through RTGS or IMPS. Use fintech and be tech savvy. Be flexible in your plan based on the market. That is why I said that today none of the large companies are going for 5-year, 10-year plan. They all know that it is useless. That is why 2 to 3 years plan they go, and they're very flexible in their plan based on the market need. Why? Because today we take a stand and there is a policy. And tomorrow if the policy changes, consumer preference changes, we should be ready to adapt to the new plan. So we cannot be so rigid that there comes the flexible business plan. That is why we suggest to the business, use the flexible budget with the zero-based budget framework. So that is why I think that in business schools, people teach the flexible budget with the zero-based budget framework. I think business should adopt to that. Many of the multinational companies, including Infosys, Cognizant, Pepsi, Ford, Biocon-like companies, they have gone for flexible budgets with zero-based framework. So if you have any doubts and queries, you can visit the website of the companies. You can see the flexible budget made by these companies, how with the zero-based framework they're making it. That could be a useful case study for the students and to the faculty to learn about it. And do reviews and revise your financial plan from time to time. As I said, beyond 2 to 3 years, we are not going for any long-term plans. So keep on reviewing, keep on revising a financial plan from time to time. For example, GST is one of the highly dynamic products in India. Last quarter, the GST rules and regulations is not applicable in this quarter, because as it is in the nascent stage in dynamism, we keep on changing the regulations which is required in the market. So we have to keep on adapting to the revised norms. So we have to revise, and we have to adapt to the norms. That is what the financial plan from time to time. Right. Now let me go for the very important topic called what are the key ingredients of financial planning for business and industry? What kind of ingredients you need, right? As we all know, the vision and mission of the company. When I say vision and mission of the company, when the financial plan is for 3 to 5 years time, restrict your vision and mission only towards that. Don't go beyond that, because when the financial plan gets reflected, your vision and mission also should reflect. There should be an integration of financial plan with the vision and mission. The vision, mission, and financial plan gets disintegrated. That is the starting point for any company's failure. This is a guaranteed failure plan for the companies. Vision, mission, and financial plan has to integrate 2 to 3 years. Don't go beyond that. You can revise, you can adapt to the situation. Vision, mission should also be for 2 to 3 years time. Might be that theoretically books may suggest you this for long-term period. Those long-term has gone, boss. Please forget about that. It is 2 to 3 years itself is a very long-term period. Companies now have started planning for weekly basis. Yeah, they have weekly budget, they have weekly targets, but weekly basis, if they're able to achieve the target, that itself is a big breakthrough for the companies today. Top management support. A financial plan without the top management support will never succeed, has never succeeded into it. So top management support, the board of directors support is a must for the financial planning. Liquidity, the cash flow management is the key for all success. All profit making companies are not necessarily cash rich. All profit making companies are not necessarily cash rich. If that is the case, why there should be a statement profits are not equal to cash? There comes a liquidity challenge, there comes the cash flow management challenge. So liquidity, cash flow management is one of the key ingredients to the companies while they're doing the financial planning. Cost optimization plan or goal. We don't use the word cost cutting. Cost cutting is a very harsh word in the market. Instead, as a consultant, I can say that in companies, we use the word cost optimization, how to optimize our cost. When I say optimize our cost, you can take in the way you want to minimize the cost, or you want to cut down the cost, or you want to eliminate the cost, whatever you do, but we call cost optimize. I want to optimize, I want to give the best cost structure, highly competitive cost structure to the market. Because today the pricing is competitive, not by selling price minus cost price is equal to profit. That equation does not work in the market. The pricing is highly competitive. It is competitive pricing. So cost optimization plan should be there with us. Review, revise, regulate, rejuvenate. These are the 4 R's required for financial planning. You have to review the financial plan, you have to revise it accordingly, you have to regulate it with the control systems, checks and balances should be there, and you have to rejuvenate from every downs. Ups and downs will be there. Particularly when there is a down, we have to rejuvenate. Whenever required, we have to rejuvenate. When there is an up, there is no need of rejuvenation. When there is a down, definitely there is a need of rejuvenation. Here comes my important component. Whenever we go for the financial planning, there comes a must for financial due diligence. So what is this financial due diligence? What is the need? What is the process? What is the documentation? We'll quickly wind up in another 5-10 minutes time. So what is this financial due diligence? Analysis and investigation of actual condition into the business. You might have submitted your balance sheet, you might have submitted your cash flow statement, you might have submitted your income statement, all projected statement you might have submitted to the investors, but to reconfirm whether what you submitted and what you have here are close to reality, we should conduct a financial due diligence. So while you make the financial planning, side by side, we have to do the financial due diligence. Without a financial due diligence, your financial plan will straight away go to the dustbin. Do you want to prepare a financial plan which needs to go to dustbin, or you want to create a financial plan which needs to work for your company? We are designed through the financial due diligence. Financial due diligence is an important component. We have to verify, we have to reconfirm. You can call it like something like auditing, but it is beyond having a nose diving into the data of the compliances, liabilities, assets, EBITDA, and revenue of the company. What is the need for this due diligence? Physical availability of assets and documentation is the need for due diligence. Realistic in terms of revenue and profit. You can project anything. 30% rise in sales, 40% rise in profit. You can be showcasing anything, but are they realistic? Reliability of projections is there or not? How did you take the data? What is the authenticity of the data? And finally, to know or uncover problems and issues and concerns which are hidden in the company. When you want to find answers for all these kind of questions, only the due diligence, that too a financial due diligence, can give you the answer. So financial planning, along with the financial due diligence can alone give you the strength. What is the process of due diligence? A decision by the investors to commence the due diligence. Yes, the investors has to give, yes, we can do the due diligence, we will do that. Sending a preliminary checklist to the investee company. These are all the things I need to investigate. Review the preliminary documents. Whatever they submit, we can do the verification. A detailed checklist to the investee company, we have to do that. Due diligence audit report has to be submitted. While you do the financial planning, if every company follows this due diligence process, we are saved. If it does not adhere to the due diligence, financial due diligence process, we are lost. And finally, what kind of process we need? Discussion with the investee company on the due diligence observations. What observations I have? You have a financial plan. The diligence report gives me these observations. What is your comment on the deviations? Issue of a draft report to the company, obtaining the responses on the due diligence report, issuing the final report. Boss, your financial plan may not work because of these reasons. This will work because of these reasons. So we have to give the plus and minus at the end of this due diligence report. When we do this, the financial planning will become a foolproof document. The documentation part, what I would like to check, the books of accounts and financial information is the primary document. Corporate books and records, maybe the kind of board of directors meeting, maybe the minutes of the meeting, maybe the agenda of the meeting, maybe the corporate social responsibility spending of the company, might be the corporate governance stance the company is taking, legal matters and how do they handle it, statutory compliance. All these should be a part of your financial due diligence along with your financial planning report. Only when all these components are done, you are said that your financial plan is foolproof for the next 2 to 3 years time, you'll be able to proceed. If these things are not there, it will be very difficult to comprehend and go ahead. With these few words, I would like to conclude my topic on this. So thanks a lot for the organizers for providing the opportunity. Thanks a lot to the previous speakers who have set the stage. I think the 1:10 is the time which you have set for the next speaker. I think I'm on the time. I have given the mic back to Dr. Rohit. Rohit,
Yes,
back
sir.
to you.
Yes, sir. So thank you so much, sir. You have just explained what are the actual context and challenges and how we can proceed to solve that challenge. So thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much once again, sir. So
My
Naik,
pleasure.
sir, are you there, sir?
Yeah,
Naik, sir. Yeah.
yeah.
So, yeah. So just wait, sir. AK Naik, sir, are you also there, sir? Okay. Okay, I think the connection is lost with the Naik, sir. So we will proceed. So thank you so much, Subramaniam, sir. And now we will proceed towards our next session. That is our next invited address as well as the foreign address, foreign invited address. And for that, I like to welcome Dr. Malay Nayak. Dr. Malay Nayak is an entrepreneur and researcher with over 24 years of experience in designing, developing, and implementing high-performance hospitality and technology solutions. He is currently working as Executive Director with IT Buzz Limited, London. He is an exceptional blend of expertise in planning, designing, operations, and project management to ensure that the delivered infrastructure and solutions offer the desired end-to-end result and business result. He also owns several SME organizations, including hospitality, IT, and real estate industry. Mr. Malay Nayak received his BSc Honours in Computing and IT from University of Derby, UK, MSc in ICT from Assumption University, Thailand, MBA from University of Christchurch, UK, and PhD in Computer Science from Utkal University, India. He has studied project management from State University School, University of Oxford, UK. He also received the Chartered Engineering C in from Engineering Council UK, European Engineer from FEANI, and Certified IT Project Manager from IDA and Singapore Computer Society. Mr. Nayak is currently an elected Fellow FRSA of Royal Society of Arts UK, Fellow FIMA of the Institute of Mathematics and Applications UK, and Chartered Fellow FBCS CITP of the British Computer Society UK, Senior Member of the IEEE and IEEE Computer Society USA, Senior Member of Society of India, and Senior Member of Association for Computer Machinery ACM USA. He has received the ITCP certification from NZ Computer Society New Zealand and Certified Professional CP from Australia Computer Society. So with all these words, I like to welcome Dr. Malay Nayak sir for honored invited address.
Hello, can you hear
Yes,
me
sir, you are
properly?
audible, sir.
Yeah. Very good morning, dear all delegates and guests. I'm truly sincere to Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor R.K. Mittal, and Professor A.K. Nayak, Professor A.K. Sani, Professor Mohinder Singh, Dr. M. Subramaniam, Professor Ganesh Pandey, and special thanks to Professor Rohit. I, ex- I extend my sincere gratitude to Professor A.K. Nayak and the management of IIBM and Dr. Zakir Hussain Institute, Patna, for selecting me as speaker for this webinar. So, previously, the couple of my colleagues, the keynote speaker, Dr. Singh and Mr. Subramaniam, discussed regarding financial planning. As I have been for running the business for last 20 years, for myself, for other people, I learn a lot of things about the life, about business experience. Not only I learn is IT, but I'm good at in my um, in project management and how to run, how to start up the business. But I don't like. I like to emphasize some some financial planning, how you grow your own business, or you want to work for other company. But I'm not going to detail as other professor. They have gone through more details about planning. So the most important is your, as I said, I previously many conference I attend. Always I said you have to have your mindset to do anything to before anything go further. And planning, the financial planning is very important for business. And if you don't have your mindset or goal or objective, um, that would be disaster for business if you don't have a mindset. That means how your cash flow running, how your investment is going, how your tax management, how you contacting your supplier or your clients. You have to have your mindset. It's very important that, and also you have to have vision and your objectives that must be clear before you do any financial anything uh, or requirement before you find out what you want to do. So I want to elaborate here a little bit. First thing I want to talk about how you planning about your growth of business. Also, I want to discuss about how to be an entrepreneur so that you can mot- m- motiv- motivate other people. They do same. So when I originally come from India. I was same thing starting from zero ground to I come to UK and become entrepreneur in UK. It's not about I'm a billionaire or millionaire. It's not about that. About how you satisfy. As I am happy what I'm doing now. I want same thing. All management students or delegates. It's not about we just in theory that must practically implement imply to this your knowledge. So what exactly finance planning we require? So it's determine how your business will afford to achieve the strategy goals and objective, usually in creating a financial plan and vision and objectives. So what exactly you want to create? So for example, if you want to do your own business setup, what is the criteria you have to do? Number one, you have to think which which skill set do you have in order to achieve your business, in order to achieve your goal. First thing. Second thing, you need to understand what the market trends, what is at the moment happening. As we are say COVID-19, we having is life is completely changed. In that case, you need to find out what which industry you want to go, whether you want to go to retail, whether you want to go to medical. Third thing, you need to find a either you go for a zero ground starting for a business, or you want to get from funding from venture capital, for example, seed or bank or any kind of investor. So in that case, you need to, again, I repeat, same what said, your mindset. That is very important. And you want to go for the beyond, that means you need to how you control. Okay, let's say we found the two-way. Let's say I talk about zero ground. Zero ground means you don't put any money, but using your skill that to identify in the market. For example, I'm good at IT, so I want to do IT business. So what skill I do need to do because I don't have finance. So then means you need to understand. You write down structurally, structural. For example, you need to write down. Okay, this is the I'm going to be creating software development company because I'm a good software engineer. I have a good knowledge. Okay, let's write down the software engineer. Right, okay, this is the cost for me hiring people, or I work myself. So then what would be your fund? For example, you want to buy the machinery equipment, other things. In that case, all you write down become a business plan. In that business plan, you have to have proper forecast for next 3 to 5 years, because sometimes think how much money you have. If you set zero ground, then you use your skill. But if you want to put the bigger skill, maybe get an investor, either local investor or foreign investor, or you find the capital, venture capital. So when I want to start for myself, I start zero ground because I want to do my using my skill to be creating the opportunity for my lifelong. The same way we have to do. You have to do to follow that your paths. So so now I'm going to share my skill and then I'll explain a little bit more. So just 1 second, let me share my slide. This screen. Can you see my screen, please?
No, no, sir, not yet, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now it is visible.
Right. So I'm just watching my next screen. So okay. So let me go. So this is right. So I want to discuss a little bit here. I don't take more time. I want to be very quick for that. And also thanks to my previous colleagues, sir. They have explained very nicely regarding the finance strategy, the goals. For me, I'll mix match with your entrepreneurship, innovative minded, and plus your finance planning. So I'm discussing about how global impact, what is happening, what types of finance planning, what's requirements, what advantages and disadvantages of financial planning, and what would be your successful in finance, and how you using that your financial to create an entrepreneurship to become an entrepreneur, and using your technology. If you are a technologist, you can use innovative idea or using someone to using your innovation idea, and how your roles function and key challenges that happening during your success path, and what is finally what makes you successful entrepreneur. And the final I'll conclude my conclude my speaking. Right. So what is it? Everybody saying I want to do the business, I want to making financial. So in there, in this scenario, you need to have a vision. So I want a little bit here before I talk about two things. It's not required everything we need to have, but sometimes life learning education is very important. You need to have a little bit of theory understanding what vision, what you're going to do in your business. That you need to think. I want to create today. I want to be IT, IT. I want to run the IT business, or I want to do the management consultancy. I want to do manufacturing. That is your vision of what you're going to do. I think it's going to serve into the local community to create opportunity and clearly object defined. The object is very important and vision. The both are make your success your business. And your objective is very, very important. If you don't have objective, your life, I don't think anybody success. If you go back to any company, any person in the world, those are billionaire, they have proper, clear, defined what they want to be achieved next 5 to 10 years or next 3 to 5 years. That is more important that you clearly define with your next strategy. Then which I'm talking about the impact. So as I earlier, what is happening now in the COVID impact, the life is completely changed. For example, the tourism sectors, most of the sector is gone except the medical, but medical and retail is they survive. Other industry they're gone because due to COVID and everything. So in UK we are locked down still. Even we go to a hotel industry. Even I go to hotels are all closed down, and we have no last 1 year no business at all. But still IT is running. IT is providing number of services to the medical, other people working from home. So that's you need to choose which industry you want to do. Because of COVID, we don't know what will happen. At the moment is in medicine we got, but we don't know next time. So this is the scenario. You need to think what you have to do, analyze the market trends, analyze the market strategy in markets, what is happening. That is you need to define what I'm going to do. So that's the things. And is so then we talk about types of financial planning. So in there, I just highlight some few of types: the cash flow management, investment management, debt management, and tax management. The cash flow management is very important. Either you can take as a either you are long term or short term. The cash flow, it must be like, for example, I always give you my own thing, or I work for other few company before. Cash flow is very, very control how your money flow for your company. Whether you so that is more important. The how you use the cash and how you flowing your business for that. And then investment, that you how you the money you invested, and that you need think either. So some people questioning how much I would invest and do. I can say 10 to 20%. Someone say 30%. But the bank mostly in commercial they give you 25, 70%, or to 75% they give you loan. Or venture capital they're going to give you 60%. We don't know how much. What is your business plan? In that investment, you need to break how you managing your investment, make sure that that rate of return of investment return within 3 to 5 years. That you need, right? And also debts. Also, how much your debts you have, what you're going to do, that you need to plan in your mind. That's very, very important. Then it's like the final. I'm not going to more detail. I'm sorry. I just want to. There is a lot of things. More slides. Tax management. That is your compliance with the government. Makes that you proper managing your tax, government, suppliers. That you have to give your corporation tax, for example, or you buying for a VAT. All you're managing the tax, makes the return right time. That is all planning of tax. Of types of planning. So let's see, I'm talking about here. So financial requirement. Okay. So I said short-term capital or working capital plus long-term capital equal to total capital requirement. So what is short-term capital? The short-term capital required to meet the day-to-day obligation, as I said before, like using your cash flow, such as your paper, raw material, wages, labor, overhead expenses. And also So where are you getting this? Where the source coming from? Banks, venture capital, investors, short-term loans, commercial, as earlier I told you. So this thing you have to think about short term. Short term means you got a little money that within 5 years or maybe 2 years you have to return the money to bank. Long term, sometimes you take a long term, like you buy the mortgage for the buying the big, like for example, if you buy the hotel, you need to get a mortgage. Maybe 30% your capital investment, 70% you got from the bank. In that case, long term capital, that's just you have to be, maybe you have to buy the whole building, or maybe just a lease, 15 years lease. You got the property. So in that case, you have to get a bigger size of the loan. That your commitment, that what you're going to do, that you must be keep in your mind. Otherwise, you'll have a really problem in long term. Then also the people who are specialized in international bank or international innovator or some share or debenture, you have to use for the long term. So this is your requirement to do. So I'm going to for next now. Right. So advantage, what exactly you have to do in advantage, and correctly manage the cash flow, personal finances like your bankings, everything, achieve your personal goal, what exactly you want to be, your next target, next plan, clear retirement goal. When you are 60, you want to think around to retire, make sure that that is make you your investor, make you money when you retirement. That's a lot of people. If you think about Tata, then everybody, they are retired, but this ends their life because they are the investment they did, their retirement, clear vision for the retirement goal. And secure retirement income, that is coming, and make sure that is reduced to risk. And I want to emphasize the risk. Risk is very important. You have to manage the risk. I'll explain the later slides. And make sure you got the proper insurance, and in case something happen, and you need to have protect your business, protect your life, protect everything, and then that will make you success planning. And this disadvantage. So sometimes the planning goes wrong. Nobody expert in the world, it be not me, not you, anybody. It can go anything wrong your life. In that case, you have to make sure that what you done, so that make you down to your business. And also sometimes the forecasting, if you don't know what you're going to do, maybe you next time you find a nice mentor that'll make you help how to point. Maybe you got a chartered accountant, make you to better life, better thing to advise you. So if you make something problem in forecasting, that mess to everything. And difficult in change. Sometimes organization, when you adapt the first time, and some staff or your manager doesn't want to change, in that case is very difficult time to make impact on not only finance, in fact the whole organization. That is more category like change. Change is very difficult sometimes, but you have to make sure the plan in accordingly. Then advertisement, your business is not only your understanding, you have to make sure that your advertisement, your business is not only you advertise newspaper or anything, the way you have to go to online social media thing with all your word of mouth, that strategy is very, very important. If that is fail, I don't think business will grow any further line. Problem of a coordination, sometime between your management, your staff, that sometimes you have to make the resolve the proper way managing, either you have to make in very confidentially what you do, that is your goal, and make sure you write down what is problem issue you got. Either most problem, I want to tell you, the corporate problem, the lot problem is happening nowadays, lot in problem than your outside problem. So that need to have challenge as a good leader, that you need to face what you're going to do the next stage, what will happen this problem, that risk analyze and keeping that will, if that problem happen, that finance goes wrong, because everything impact on your organization. And rapid changes, if you are keep changing and difficult to make your growth. So if it is happen, then is your finance plan is not work out. And the finance success, what are you going to do? So define and agreeing your financial objective, as I said before, gathering your financial and personal information, analyzing your financial personal information, make sure that development and presentation of a finance plan, with your investor and with your banking or and you implement according your plan. And the question is here, how much my savings should I invest? For me, my practically I start from zero ground, or you maybe start 10 to 15% or maybe 20%. That you can invest unless you want to buy the mortgage or thing. You need to have 20 to 30, 25 to 30%. So in that case, you have to keep in your proper record what you're going to achieve. So now I'm going to talk about a little bit entrepreneurship, because if you got a good planning, structure, everything in place, how you will do entrepreneurship? Because entrepreneurship link with your finance strategy. Because it's not only without finance, how to grow the business. That means you need to have entrepreneurship. It's not only you have got a finance degree, or you need to have a chartered accountant degree, or you want to go to store. No, sometimes entrepreneurship have creating motivation or promoting your idea to translate into the business. And you will think about the what we have in community, what internationally, that you need to add your strategy so that you can create. And your goal, oh, I want to be a self-employment. I don't work for someone ex-boss. I don't call the boss. So that's your think about entrepreneurship, and build your communities and promote yourself and bring the new idea and technology, in innovative ideas. So who is the entrepreneur? So entrepreneur is a person. So he is economically and socially applying, creating problem, solving the problem. For example, if I'm running as an entrepreneur, I want to think what opportunity for society, for myself, and that is entrepreneur creating. Is not only one industry. You can be IT, properties. You can do anything what you like to do. That is entrepreneur do. It's not only maybe you are good at in IT. Maybe you can create many technology, many company you can set up, and many things you can do. That's you can say. But what they do, they work really hard. They never give up, and they are multi-dimensional. They work to all different aspects. They work, and the coordination of the thing. Also, you never lose your faith. That's very important. I'm encouraging all students, think always, never lose. Always take a negative. Don't think negative is a bad thing for you. No, negative make you positive. If you never have negative accepted, you never be a good person. So when people, if you go back to the people are Richard Branson or Jack McQuay, I think Chinese, what is it, Jack Ma. I think they people, if you go back their life story, you can see how they hard, how they are got the problem, the life. That is, you never lose that. You keep your mind, keep everything strong, be like leader. Okay, so what is innovation? Innovation is innovation and entrepreneurship. That become idea make innovation criteria. You create some idea or using some technology and bring your knowledge. That and using your technique and deliver that things into the community and bring your growth to your business. That we call innovation equal to innovation and entrepreneurship. So I want to say a little bit highlighted here how the framework works. So you got some knowledge, innovative mind, innovation, and your entrepreneurship using your thought, bringing new knowledge about that. You become creating opportunity valuation, your personal commitment, and manage implementation. So what opportunity you bring? You think find the two main factor. What is genetics is happening? What considerable influence is happening that you want to create getting the opportunity to build up. Then personal commitment is not only I have to be a set of the business. I'm sitting just watching television every day. No, you have to be personal. You have to balance life balance, work with the family, work with the staff, work with the, not only you work every day, but yes, of course you have to hard work if you want commitment. But sometimes you have to keep a personal, otherwise your personal life will be sometimes if you're not balanced. That's you need to balance. Then manage whatever you thoughts. You need to have proper planning and manage the implementation of what your strategy you want to do. And next, nowadays I got some information as from World Economic Forum. So what they're saying, the skill in the COVID situation, the last year skill, what I was talking about, there is, if you saw, the most of skill is equal, except the one skill is called emotional intelligence. because we working every day now for work from home. Now I work from home last 1 year. So how? Because because the COVID, we can't go for work. The life completely changed. But some people have no job, nothing. The emotionally you have to attach, helping each other. That is more factor than anything. And you have to think about the number one, complex problem solving. So that is now lot problems happening. What you want to do? So this skill you have to think, and critical thinking, what creativity bring. But if you go back to there, here is one is extra that I said, emotional. That is more factor, making your emotional attached to your staff, colleague, your partners, make sure that we work together, deliver this pandemic. Um, okay, so role of entrepreneurship, increasing productivity, creating new technology and product and services, improve living standard, decreasing unemployment, reduce company capital, and economic independence. So this is the entrepreneurship they do, because always always people, some people look for vision. They want to people on creating employment. So a lot of people on employment. We need to bring that is the idea people bring. Some people want to be independent. They don't want to do. They just want their own self. But most entrepreneur to serve the community and independence, and also decrease unemployment, and their life of standard life is improved. And okay, the function of entrepreneurship, and I think there's a lot of management people here. So here I want to emphasize two things here, and we saw everything there, everybody know. Here I want to talk about two things. One is called motivation, one is the leadership. There's two factors very important in the organization than anything. You can do everything, supervision, everything. But supervision, motivation, leadership, the hub of the business. If a leader is a strong leader and run the business and the good idea and managing proper, and that business is really good functioning. And motivation, that is not only for him, for her or him, make sure that the motivating other people do, giving proper training, understanding their frustration, their understanding the staff, understanding that motivation bring to the on the table. People can staff can respect and be and make sure that the motivation give to attract to the staff, other people, so that they can, okay, oh, my boss is brilliant, he's giving motivation. Some people give motivated to work. For example, I give you practical. I was a director. People work for me. A lot of people I was under. There is a lot of people coming happening in between the departments. What do you need to do as a leader? You have to make balance both party and make sure that you have to motivate. Not only good complex will start every time. You have to confidentially manage them, confidential to motivate them, so that they can encourage, give proper training, give to send somewhere. So that two things I'm emphasizing here, so that you have to make sure that these two category of this function of the entrepreneurship very, very important when you do. And next, I want to talk about challenge. The challenge, three challenge. I was it can be more challenge, but I was like three things when you do in the finance aspect. The funding, as I discussed, funding is one of the biggest obstacle, and it's not easy to get money from anywhere. Borrowing money, difficult to get. What challenges? So what my tips here, when you want to do your business plan, that makes so that your defined objective, that must be clear. What would you be giving the next 3 years? And that case, when you got funding, I think anybody, investor or bank, that will give you approval. Okay, you get. That is the most challenge factor when you're writing a business plan. If you don't have a right skill, I advise, I request, you need to find a good mentor to help you to write a good business plan. Very, very important. Second, responsibility. The responsibility is not for a decision only. that must be everything gets done on the right time you have to do. And second thing, you have to in paying bills and proper training employees. Nowadays, if you don't give proper training, if you think, oh my guys, everything all right, I don't think so that will work out. That's your proper responsibility. Not only I have to dedicate to my manager can do. You make sure that you overall understanding what is happening in the organization. If you don't do that, I don't think that the next phase is, and I think it will be more problem that impact your finance. What are you going to do? So make sure that all projects, all start everything on the top of that's your responsibility as a leader. Second, isolation. That is going to your personal comment that what I was saying about. You always feel when you work, sometimes feeling, oh my God, I don't work, I want to. Don't lose your faith. That's I said. You need to make sure that you're not only alone, you don't fall alone because you got your staff, you got yourself, your family, you work and are not feeling insecure. And make sure that sometimes you work very hard and you have to spend your time with the family. And uncertain income. Sometimes only think, oh, what are going to happen? My business is gone. Make sure you make plan. That is called business continuity. You need to make sure plan your business. Make sure that that is not happening next 3 years. And in England, the government is helping us all the grant. For us, I got like 3 hotels. Now we are stopping now because no completely shut down. But how I am survived? Same way. If you go back to the big organization, those are 5-star hotels are. What happening now? They survive. They are already planned. It can happen. That risk is come here. You need to have planning your risk management. Make sure that analyze your risk, controlling risk, and execute the risk in your organization. Make sure that you are not happening your uncertainty income or uncertainty of your company growth. And the most people, there's 4 or 5 in a small business within 5 years. Sometimes 3 years, maybe 7 years, depends. But that is only. So that is your challenge when you are become entrepreneur. So what exactly entrepreneur do? That so determination to succeed, a ready to take the reasonable risk, and ability to identify the explore opportunity, and the desire for achievement and win attitude. So I'm going to the backward. First, I'm talking about determination to succeed, then I'm going back to win attitude. Win to attitude means you make that your strategic, your goals makes the define, and you think I'll win it. Yes, there is obstacle will come up. Some people negative about, a lot of things happen, but you need to go. Don't look behind. But sometimes you look the back, what is happening around, but not going to, but think your attitude, go further, focus on what you're going to do. And always you focus on, I want to achieve something. And based on what I achieve, what you make your finance, that can make you success. And also, you need to have good, strong analytical ability to take strategic decision, because you need to have a little bit your technical ability. Make sure that you understand what you're going to, your clarity in your analytical analyze do. I know that most of people here are very senior and they do more and a good educated people here around. I think my delegates are here, but is make sure that we are analytical is very important further. If you're running as an entrepreneur, you're running as a business person, make that is more important. And there are another factors I want to say, reasonable to take risk. Risk is a very category. Risk, people think, no problem. I just put 1 million. I got money for 5.5 million. I can do that. No, not like that. You need to think risks we can take as a medium level or low level risks. You cannot take a high risk anything you do. For example, let's say you take a 1 million business, 500,000 you take a 50% take loan. But if the business is really high risk, if you take 500,000, I'm not recommending you take that business, take 500,000 borrow from the bank, because if you're not clearly define and understanding what business is going to next 3 years. And I prefer to take less risk, like a medium risk, so that I can take 100,000, maybe 500, maybe 200,000 of a business, then I can learn. So in that learn how you do. So as I think I have a couple of seminar I was talking about, you need to think about like Jack May always say, I'm very fan of Jack Ma. What he said, when you are to learn something when you are young, to find a good mentor. That strategic mentor will teach you what you're going to do. When you are 30 to 50, 30 to 40, you try. Maybe you success. If you not success, maybe go back to work for someone, or maybe try again and try again. Like just like kid, fell up again, stand up again, fell up, then try and then finally win. But don't lose your faith that time. Then second, and but in 40 to 50, you need to have a giving and people what you can access for other people. Then 60 to then after 60 you can, well, people work for you, or your retired plan. No, sorry, 50 to 60 work, people work for you, and 60 to 60 above 60, then you got uh, like you are retired and just spend with your family. So this is the reasonable risk you need to do. Make sure that you have to do the medium level risky or low level, not high level. So I took some data from OED. I just want to go how motivation people are all over the world. India is now a very good position in India. If you go to third position in India, that is, I got the data from third party company. This is called OECD. And you can see their interest. The most Indian, I can say we are Indians, they are really more powerful. And the brain, the ability, strategic management is very strong, and their analytical skill in India, I'm not telling other, but what I found as my origin from India, the strategic, analytic skill is very stronger, powerful, that you do more in mathematical skill to analyze business next. Secondly, money, because India, we are earning almost now, the government a lot of funding, but if you compare men and women versus, you can see nowadays women are more powerful now, they're interested to take that. The next one, using bank loans and funding. You can see if you go back to India is a little further down, because we're not getting that much funding. But if you go back to other country, they got a good funding that will start a business you can do. So, but the Modi government, I believe, what is Mr. Honorable Prime Minister doing, Modi, I think that's brilliant for attracting the startup business, and I think that is important for India during this pandemic. And I think I hope every students and delegates, they might understanding how we can run the business, how can we use the strategic so that I can bring the country and grow and grow. And we are prediction India will be is really fantastic doing, and hope we'll do more and more. So then finally I want to conclude. So entrepreneurs are constantly looking for a new ways to resolve the old problems, no matter how long it takes, and have a clear business plan. Monitoring your finance position, make sure that ensure customer pay you on time, know your day-to-day cost, keep to update account records, meet tax deadlines, become more efficient and control overheads, control stock, get the right funding, tackle problem where they arise. So what that means, what I said, this is key. This is your, you have to be everything over what is exactly happening in your organization. If you are a managing director, you are the owner, you need to go everything. If that you're not in there because you are someone do for you, that is the wrong approach, because you don't know what is happening day to day. What is your overall cost? End of day, you have to pay, not your manager. Make sure that you have to on the, also you work to make sure accountings with your accountant, chartered accountant, make sure everything up to date. Make the government obligation you have to fulfill. Also, you have to control every overhead.
Just join. Last
And you have
speaker
to get,
conclusion is going on.
and make sure that you are right funding, and you have to choose either you have to again I have repeating same thing, either start from zero without funding, start you are using one skill, or getting someone the funding for venture capital, bank, or investor. And finally, make sure that you tackle the all problem have, because you are the MD, you are the owner of the organization, and according your finance, I think will success. And I hope, I think, thanks for Professor Ekanayak and Rohit and all delegates. And I think the best position, I think I encouraging all students, one day they should become a good entrepreneur to succeed their own business. If any question, please contact me. Thank you very much.
Thanks have been
Yeah, thank you so much, Malay Nayak sir. I think Nayak sir wants to say something. So, Nayak sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Malay.
Thank
As
you,
well
sir.
as a thank you to Dr. Subramaniam also. I was not present when he ended his speech. And on behalf of IEBM, really, we are grateful for both of you of your presence and delivering the excellent address to the participants who have been there. Thank you very much. And always we seek your continuous support for the growth of our group of institutions. And we are very much thankful. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you
sir.
so much, Malay Nayak
Rohit,
sir.
please.
Yes, sir. So now we will proceed towards our next session, that is presidential address. And for that, I would like to welcome Dr. Anil Kumar Saini sir. Dr. Anil Kumar Saini is the Vice President of Computer Society of India. He is also the Professor of IT at University of School of Management Studies of Guru Gobind Singh Indraprasth University, Delhi. He is having more than 29 years of experience in teaching and 6 years experience in industry. He is having 100 plus papers published in many international and national journals, and he has also edited a very many books and published 16 books also. So with these words, I like to welcome Dr. A.K. Saini sir for presidential address.
Thank you, Rohit. Am I audible to you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are.
Yes, you are
Yeah.
completely.
Thank you so much and good afternoon to one and all. My guide and philosopher and mentor, Professor A.K. Nayak, my esteemed colleagues from the Computer Society of India, my all the esteemed guests in this conference, including Professor Mittal, who is the chief guest in today's function, Professor Mohinder Singh, Dr. M. Subramaniam, and just now we heard Dr. Malay Nayak also on the entrepreneurship itself. I think it was really great to know that this institution, Indian Institute of Business Management, Patna, along with Dr. Zakir Hussain Institute, Patna, they have organized this one-day international conference on emerging demands of financial planning for growth of business and industry. In fact, it is something which is very timely and is important for all of us to know. Just to because already you've heard so many things from different esteemed speakers today. Just to share with you that when you talk of the financial planning, especially in the context of the post-COVID time, I think this is a great challenge for the industry. But I think I'm happy to share with you that if you look at the latest reports, there are very positive trends which are coming up. And I just shared some of these pointers with you that in the latest report that the foreign investment inflow into India has actually shown a positive trend. It is rising and it has touched to about 15.2 15.2 billion US dollars in November, which actually has seen a good increase, which is a positive trend for the Indian economy. Another thing which actually I have to share with you that not only this, even Reserve Bank of India is purchasing now US dollars. In November 2020 itself, the RBI purchased about 10.3 billion US dollars. And not only that, they sold just 4 billion US dollars. So I think what we find is that the India is now coming back to a position where they are purchasing the US dollars to really further strengthen our foreign reserves. If you look at another trend, which is very positive trend from the perspective of the kind of say Indian economy, that the NRI deposits inflows to the country has also seen a positive increase about 0.9% increase, and it is now touching about $139.3 billion in November 22 itself. I think that these are some of the positive trends which I find. At the same time, if you look from the agriculture perspective and the labor perspective, the inflation for agriculture and rural labor is also has fallen down. That means there's not much change which is happening. That is also indicating the revival of the economy, because of the food inflation for rural laborers. It has fell to 3% in December 20, from 7.1% to what we call as to 6.9%. So this is another thing which we find. And even if you look at the predictions of Reserve Bank of India, they are saying that India basically is now positioning itself to the recovery path. And there are expectations that the GDP is going to be in the positive zone now after having been staying in the negative zone. I think these are the some of the things. If even they are saying that the recovery path would be V-shaped, that means what we are saying is the macroeconomic landscape is very, very bright from the Indian perspective. And the GDP, what I said, is basically now trying to attain that positive territory, and inflation, which is basically going to be close to the target. And the predictions are that it's going to be a very good scenario for India as such when we look at the GDP say, targets are concerned. Even if you look at the lockdown, in fact, of course, lockdown are some of the situation which every country would like to avoid. But at the same time, the positive sign from the Indian households and the Indian organizations is that they have been able to save. That means the savings. So if you look at the studies and the data which has come from those studies, it says that the savings because of the lockdowns, the COVID-19 induced lockdowns, actually has resulted in savings to the tune of about US dollars $200 billion, which is extra net savings. So I think this is another indication that now we are trying to say leverage the lockdown period also to really say push the economy as such. And if even what we expect is that the government is going to really say provide a lot of soaps in the upcoming budgetary session, which are going to be held very soon. So we find that not only the Indian economy is going to revive, but in addition, I think we are going to forge ourselves with the global economy as such. And one of the initiatives which has been taken by the government is that they are just to further strengthen and say look towards achievement of the $5 trillion economy, which the Prime Minister announced about 2 years back, which actually was the target set. Now government is also trying to take some initiative, which one of the important initiative which has been recently announced is that government is launching kind of an e-portal for the MSMEs, because MSMEs play a very vital role in the achievement of this 5 trillion economy. And they say that like you have Amazon, similarly like Amazon, they're going to create an e-portal where the MSMEs can sell the products. And this is going to help the country not only increase the exports, but also to really enable India to be part of the global supply chain itself. So these are some of the trends which we find in the Indian kind of economy aspect. Further, I think recently we have seen that the Niti Aayog released the India Innovation Index, where we find that the states are also competing very closely with each other. And we have seen that Karnataka, of course, has retained the top spot among the states. So innovation also is now picking up, because innovation is something which further fuels what we call as the human capital, investment, knowledge workers, business environment. All these actually are the ones which contribute to the knowledge output. And this is happening, and India is almost placed at a very nicely when you talk of the world innovation index also. So we've seen that there's another proposal which has come from the government is regarding to relax the import duty payment for the timeliness of for the authorized economic operators as such. So I think we find that positive things are happening, and they're going to contribute in a big way to further boost the economy. And what I feel is that this kind of deliberation which have happened, and which are going to be useful and meaningful to all of us to know more about this, how we're going to shape up, how the target of that 5 trillion economy of India set by the Prime Minister is going to be achieved. I think despite this pandemic, we are going to move say strongly and gradually to achieve the target. So I think this is what I need to say. Support all the initiatives, as well as what I find that the learning which has happened through all these sessions which have been conducted during the day. I'm sure all the participants must have gained a lot of knowledge and insights into the whole economic scenario, which is going to further boost the Indian businesses as such. So thank you so much, and I wish all the participants and the organizers a great time. And thank you so much for inviting me also. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, my beloved younger brother, Professor Dr. A.K. Saini. You have been always very supportive and very well-wisher of this group of institution, particularly Indian Institute of Business Management. And everybody in the professional field and define me and you as the elder brother and younger brother. That is the closeness and bindingness has been kept both of us together. And whenever I tell you, rather as the younger brother, I instruct you to come and join with this event, you never denied. And even if today, though you had been busy in a international conference where you chaired this session for 4 hours
Yes, sir.
for the paper presentation 9 to 1,
Yes,
but
sir.
still then you became kind enough to deliver the presidential address here also.
Sir, I
And
think
that to show excellent brief presidential address you have given with a lot of facts and figures and lot of encouragement and lot of reality that you have explained to the people. But really, so it is showing and it is the indication of in what way the financial planning of a country like India is going on. Thank you very much once
thank you
again
so much,
from the
sir.
group of this institute and Indian Institute of Business Management, from its management committee and all the teachers and student community. Thank you, my dear, most beloved younger brother.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. My regards to you.
Thank you so much, A.K. Saini sir. So now we will proceed towards our last session, that is vote of thanks. And for that, I would like to welcome Professor Ganesh Pandey sir, who is a Deputy Director of Indian Institute of Business Management, Patna.
Thank you, Rohit.
Thank you, sir.
Honorable Chairman of the National Webinar, my Guru, my mentor, Professor A.K. Nayak, Advisor IIBM and JHI Group of Institution, former President and Fellow CSI and former President ICT Section, Indian Science Congress. Honorable Chief Guest, Professor R.K. Mittal, Vice Chancellor, Chaudhary Bansi Lal University, Bhiwani, Haryana. Honorable Professor A.K. Saini Sahab, Dean, School of Management Studies, Guru Gobind Singh Indraprasth University, Delhi. Honorable Foreign Speaker, Dr. Malay Nayak, Executive Director, IT Buzz Company Limited, London, UK. Honorable Keynote Speaker, Professor Mohinder Singh, Professor and Dean, School of Commerce and Management Studies, Central University of Himachal Pradesh. Honorable invited speaker, Dr. M. Subramaniam, Head Management Program, RL Institute of Management Studies, Madurai, Tamil Nadu. It is my privilege to express my sincere gratitude and present my vote of thanks for the Honorable Chairman of the function, my Guru, my mentor, Professor A.K. Nayak, who has been instrumental for conducting near about 550 number of webinars under the banner of CSI at different locations of the country. On behalf of the IIBM Management Committee and student community, we express our sincere gratitude and thanks for delivering the inaugural address on this occasion. I am also equally thankful to Chief Guest Professor R.K. Mittal, Vice Chancellor, Chaudhary Bansi Lal University, Bhiwani, Haryana. My special thanks goes to Professor A.K. Saini Sahab, Dean, School of Management Studies, Guru Gobind Singh Indraprasth University, New Delhi. Dr. Malay Nayak, Executive Director, IT Buzz Company, London, UK. Dr. M. Subramaniam, Head Management Program, RL Institute of Management Studies, Madurai, Tamil Nadu, for their gracious presence and addressing with their valuable words in this webinar. My expression of vote of thanks from the core of my heart to the keynote speaker, Professor Mohinder Singh, Professor and Dean, School of Commerce and Management Studies, Central University of Himachal Pradesh, for his keynote address. I also express my sincere thanks to Professor Rohit Kumar for hosting the event. Last but not least, my sincere thanks goes to all participants of the webinar who made the event successful. Thank you all.
Very good. Thank you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. So now it's a time to sign off our today's session. So with all of the dignitaries' permission, I like to sign off our today's meeting and pray. I am praying God that this one day virtual international virtual conference will have a grand success.
Rohit,
Yes, sir.
just make an announcement.
Yes,
Our
sir.
next virtual conference will be on Industry 4.0. Industry 4.0, which will be a mixed topic for the management as well as the IT students, as well as the faculty and policymakers, as well as the entrepreneurs and the professionals who are working in both the fields, management as well as the information technology. So that is why we have kept many of the virtual conferences separately for the computer and IT field. Some are specially for the management field. But this topic will be a mixed mode topics which will be catering the knowledge aspiration of both the communities, that is the IT community as well as the business community, that is Industry 4.0. Due to the technological revolution, due to the digital transformation, that everybody knows that the industries are going to be converted into the smart industry. The machines will be the smart machine, the industry will be the smart industry, and machine will be talking with the machine will monitor the machine, and the total production controlling and the material, as in the total enterprises resources planning of the organization will be fully automated, and where the man will be behind that, the man will be with their technical skills, but that skills will be converted into the form of the IT skills, and obviously that will be transforming the total industry as the smart industry. So viewing this importance of this topic, our next webinar topic will be Industry 4.0. I once again, I invite all of you, each of you, to see whether it will be in coming Saturday or next Saturday, that it will be decided, and you will be getting the communication and try to attend the, it will be very most important webinar on the theme Industry 4.0. Thank you very much.
So thank you so much, sir. So I just want to add one thing that if you want to find the latest information regarding our upcoming webinars and conferences, virtual conferences, please go to our Facebook page, that is IIBM Management Club, where you will find all the information related to this. So thank you so much, all of you, for joining today's session. And it's a time to sign off.